officials allowed her the moment to get the emotions out of her, and some officials wouldn't do that.
Did you
Yeah, I got knee right in the quad. Like, that hurts. Like, the ref can't miss that. And then I have to play with a contusion in my leg the rest of the game. Like, it's ridiculous.
If the NBA is going to review calls, you're saying the WNBA can review calls and act retroactive.
Welcome back, everyone. Buckle up because today's story is absolutely wild. I've got a very interesting and informative video for you. So, without wasting any more time, let's jump right into it. We have exercise patients for the past 3 weeks. We have witnessed Clark being shoved, elbowed, choked, and kneed. Her back issue has caused her to miss 5 games. We have seen her return on a 25-minute restriction, play while injured, and fulfill every request made by the coaching staff. Additionally, on July 15th, 2026, Clark was kneed in the quad by Kia Stokes in front of her own supporters, causing her to fall to the ground close to the stanchion. The referee, who was present, did nothing that, if you appreciate this content, consider giving this video a like and subscribing to the channel. Believe it or not, more than 93% of viewers haven't subscribed yet. It's free and only takes a second, but it means the world to us. So, did you subscribe already? Great. Thank you so much for your support. Now back to the video.
with Stokes that made you upset, and then you hopped into the back?
Quad. Like, that hurts. Like, the ref can't miss that. And then I have to play with a contusion in my leg the rest of the game. It's ridiculous. Can't miss calls like that.
Did they give you an explanation right after when you
She
went up
said
to him?
I initiated the contact. Which is fine. You can't knee me in the leg, knock me over.
The same referee then informed Clark that she had made the initial contact. After making the basket, Clark was kneed in the quad, hit the ground, came up with a limp, and received nothing at all. So she did what those of us at home who were watching wanted to do. She made a beeline directly at that referee, threw a fist in the air, and dropped F-bombs loudly enough for the cameras to record every syllable. Call me, please. I was fouled 5 times.
Elevated level of physicality that obviously compromised her availability last season where she missed a few games. There is a palpable resentment towards this girl where you have people who are resenting of her star power and her cachet. And as a result, if they have an opportunity to go at her, they're going to take.
In front of 17,000 spectators, our daughter finally said what the officiating crew deserved to hear on her own court. The referee's answer was a warning to the player they had just allowed to get kneed in the leg without a call, not an apology or an admission that they had missed it. This is the part that truly enrages us.
WNBA is putting itself well in the category of the WWE, where you don't really talk about the games, you talk about all the stupid stuff that's surrounded. They're also trying to make Alyssa Thompson a victim for the throat punch heard around the world of Caitlin.
Stephanie White was questioned over the non-call following the game. She had previously been told that Clark was the one who made the first move. According to White's statement at the podium, Caitlin made the initial contact. All they said was that she always seems to be the one making the first move. I'm attempting to avoid being fined. All I'll say once again is that we simply need to continue requesting consistency. She always seems to be the one making the first move. Our head coach is concerned about a franchise player who was just kneed in the quad, fell to ground, limped out, went to the locker room, returned, and played for 26 minutes despite having previously impaired legs due to a back issue.
You're talking to the official after that play. Caitlin got kneed in the quad and hopped off for a sec. Did they give you an explanation for the no color and how she did it?
No, they said Caitlin initiated the contact.
That's all they did.
That's all they said. She seems to always be initiating the contact.
Yeah, you mentioned Caitlin always seems to initiate the contact. Just what did you see in the officiating overall tonight, or just in general?
Chloe, I'm trying to not get fined. Again, all I'll say is that we just keep asking for consistency.
Anything else? All right, we'll end it there.
Additionally, White said after the game that Clark always seems to be making the first move, which the media is characterizing as a hint of sarcasm. We are aware that White is attempting to avoid a fine. This is the issue, even as she stated herself. On June 24th, we witnessed Stephanie White call a play outrageous and insane while standing at a podium.
You're aware of what happened 2 nights ago? And that still happens?
What?
Absolutely unacceptable.
No, she didn't, dude.
Absolutely
You just
unacceptable.
cursed?
and the reckless closeout that they actually reviewed, and the foot still comes down on top of the defender's foot that wasn't upgraded? Absolutely disrespectful.
In a single press conference, we witnessed a remark completely unacceptable 5 times regarding the Thomas incident. And now, White responds with a snide remark about Clark constantly making contact when her own player is kneed in the quad and falls to ground on her own home court.
I believe there's been a failure on the part of some people to appreciate the mantra of a rising tide lifts all boats. Ride this cash cow till the wheels come off. They did it in the NBA with Magic Johnson. They did it ultimately with Michael Jordan. You know, that's how you do this. You find somebody that just galvanizes folks and ingratiates themselves with the public at large in such a way where everywhere they go and whatever they do, everybody wants to watch.
Your star player isn't being protected by that. That's putting her under the bus while grinning. Compared to her own head coach, Clark was more forthright, honest, and willing to speak out when necessary. She struck me squarely in the quadriceps. It is painful. The referee cannot overlook that. After that, I had to play the remainder of the game with a contusion on my leg. It's absurd. You cannot knock me over or knee me in the leg. That is exactly what Clark said.
In this particular situation, I thought that the last official should have been able to catch that. I was actually watching this game and I was like, oh, wow, that was a bit much. So in that moment, I thought that the official missed the call. I'm not surprised that the league went back and fined Alyssa Thomas.
Don't be sarcastic or worry about being penalized. It is unacceptable. Just tell the truth about what happened to her body and why the officiating crew allowed it to happen without making a call. From tip-off, the Golden State Valkyries, who had the best defense in the WNBA, turned Clark's night into a nightmare. Indiana was behind 12-2 from the start due to Golden State's oppressive pressure. In a game her team needed after losing sole possession of first place in the Eastern Conference, Clark finished the first half on her home court with 2 points on 1 of 5 shots.
I mean, isn't bullying, like, let's look at the NBA. Bullying on the court is a thing that has happened before.
It is a rite of passage, and it is a sign of respect. And for someone who doesn't know the game, for you to use certain words, we've got to be careful with our words. She's not getting beaten. She's not being bullied. No one's pulling her hair. No one's telling her she can't come out and play with them. That is a sign of respect. If I go at you because you're supposed to be a superstar, you're supposed to take it. Ask LeBron. Ask Michael Jordan. Ask the greats. It's a sign of respect. No one's bullying.
And when she gets asked...
In order to actually take the lead, Indiana went on a 17-4 run in the third quarter. One of the best plays of the season came from Clark, who stole the ball, missed a three, grabbed her own rebound, and hit Aaliyah Boston with behind-the-back spin pass for a three-pointer that had everyone in the building on their feet. That is what Clark accomplishes despite having a back issue and a quad contusion, playing on a minute restriction, and shooting 15.8% from three during her last 3 games.
Now we're being painted as thugs and there's death threats out on us. So it's really unacceptable. It's something that needs to change in this league, and I'm just really excited.
She manages to influence the game, and in the last 2 minutes of the third quarter, Caitlin Clark scored 10 points. The Valkyries' 12-4 run, and the lead had vanished. It was a catastrophic fourth quarter. The final score was 88-75. The Fever fell to 14-10, dropping into a first-place tie with the Atlanta Dream in the Eastern Conference. Golden State improved to 18-7. Clark finished with 13 points, 6 assists, shooting 4 of 14 from the field and 1 of 8 from three-point range. In the fourth quarter, Stephanie White made an unsuccessful challenge, and Indiana lost a timeout. Golden State converted 11 of the Fever's first-half turnovers into 11 points.
I do think that there is a thing called pretty privilege. There is a thing called white privilege. There is a thing called tall privilege. And we have to acknowledge that. And so part of it is about race, because if you think about the Brittany Griners of the world, you know, why did she have to go to play in Russia?
Because they wouldn't pay her.
Because they wouldn't pay her.
Because they wouldn't pay her.
And we have grown-ass men and women out here doing whatever they can to try to make sure that does not happen. That is the weirdest thing in the world, but it is what it is, and I'm glad that Caitlin has a great head on her shoulders.
During her injury-plagued 2025 season, in which she played just 13 games, Clark had 2 quad contusions. She also took a knee to the same area last night, went to the locker room, returned, played for 26 minutes, and finished the game, although she claimed not to be concerned about the leg. Every Clark supporter who witnessed her hobble off the court is aware of the significance of a quad contusion for the player's season. It brings back memories of missed games in 2025. It means watching opponents play freely while she sits on the bench dressed in street clothes. As of right now, Clark has received 5 technical fouls this season. An automatic suspension is activated at 8. Even the officials knew they owed her a technical when she fired F-bombs at that referee on Wednesday night and received only a warning instead. The Fever played back-to-back home games against the Seattle Storm on Friday and the New York Liberty on Saturday. Prior to the Valkyries game, Clark stated that she was unsure about her status for those consecutive games. Every Fever fan should be terrified going into the weekend with a new quad contusion on top of a still recovering back on a back-to-back schedule. After a missed foul, Stephanie White's comments seem to be the most tone-deaf thing a coach has ever said about their own star player. Will Clark's health suffer as a result of the WNBA's officiating before the All-Star game? Post it in the comments, and that's where we'll leave today's story. Whether you agree with the officiating or not, one thing is clear. Moments like these always spark intense debate among fans, analysts, and players alike. We'll have to wait and see whether the league addresses these concerns and what happens in Caitlin Clark's next games. Now it's your turn. Do you think the officials handled this game correctly? Should the WNBA make changes to improve consistency in officiating? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I read them all. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss the latest WNBA news, Caitlin Clark updates, and the biggest basketball stories. Thanks for watching. Stay safe, and I'll see you in the next video.